Hi guys, Shooting Full of Holes here. Today I got a really awesome review for you guys. Very happy about making this review. So what I have today is the Diana Mauser K98 replica in 22 caliber and the Hatsan Model 95 in 22 caliber. Now a lot of people are going to basically make a big fit about this. That it's, oh, you can't compare those two rifles because they're totally different rifles. No, they're not. They're both very comparable. What is different is, well, absolutely the price difference. One is a sub $200 rifle and the other one is sub $500 rifle. But let's go through them. So one is a gas ram, the other one is a traditional spring piston. So they both have the same kind of technology, just one's gas, the other one's metal spring. One's a brake barrel, the other one's a fixed barrel. Both have very good triggers, but I will tell you now that the T06 trigger that comes with the K98 is absolutely butter. It breaks probably at about a pound and something. Very smooth. The action in both rifles, very smooth. One single whack, there is no any after vibration or vibration even, no shock, none of that stuff. So very smooth actions. I will tell you now that braking and cocking, the under lever, there is more of a mechanical sound to it and a little bit more of a, I don't know, a little bit more of a rubbing, but it's natural, it's normal, it's part of the air rifle. The Hatsan 95 is a lot smoother in braking and cocking it. The other thing is loading it. This is a little bit more difficult to load. You have to get your fingers in there and put the pellet in. This one, like it's a brake barrel, it's a lot easier to load. If you lose a pellet in the K98, you're going to have to do the shaky dance to get it out. So now, this one comes with a scope in the package. This one does not. So I had to get a scope for this one, and let me show you what scope I got. Now, they're both in the same category. They're both 3 to 9 by 32. This is a center point. It comes with mil dots, mil dot reticle, and comes with illuminated red and green. What I like about it also is that it's a toolless turret, so you don't need tools to adjust it. I like that a lot. Can't put the cap back on. There we go. The other thing that I absolutely like about the scope package, or I mean the scope that I bought for it, it comes with the rings in the package, comes with all the tools that you need to tighten the screws, and comes with extra screws. What's great about these rings that come with the scope package is that it has a screw that goes down into the base to stop the scope from creeping back and basically falling off of the gun. This is a waterproof, fog-proof, and shock-proof scope. It should be more than enough for pretty much any spring air rifle that you use. Now, the K98, you can tell here the finish is a lot richer, a lot darker than the Hatsan, but the Hatsan isn't that far behind. What I like about this K98, it says made in Germany, December 2016, so I know exactly when I got this thing, or when it was made. So basically, this thing was made and got shipped right out to me, because I got it the same month that it was made, and not very long after, which is nuts. So, very happy with that. One thing I don't like about the K98 is the plastic butt plate. It's plastic and it slips off of your shoulder, so I had to put that rubberized stick-on pad there, which is basically designed for your stair treads so you don't slip and fall walking down your steps. So it's a strip that you can basically, did an outline and I cut it out and I stuck it on my butt, on the butt pad, so the rifle doesn't slip now, because it would always slip when you're doing that. Now, the sling I ordered, the scope is separate, so you're just getting a basic rifle. The rifle is a lot heavier, well, a bit heavier than the Hatsan Model 95. This is 9.5 pounds. Then you have the scope, you're looking around about a 10-pound rifle, but that helps the accuracy. It also helps take the vibration away. So you know, it's not exactly a bad thing. It's just a little more weight that you're going to have to carry around. So now let's go right into the performance of these two air rifles. I shot the same pellet through both of them. I used the Superdome 14.5 grain, which is made by RWS. I shot a 5-shot string through the Hatsan, or the H95, and a 5-shot string also through the K98. So 5-shot string through the K98 averaged at 750.8 feet per second. Its advertised velocity is 850 feet per second, so it's technically 100 feet per second slower with that pellet, but not too far from its advertised velocity. One more thing, I would never use a light pellet like these alloy pellets. I'd never use these in any spring gun. I actually advise against them. You don't want to use a too light of a lead pellet either, or a too heavy of a lead pellet. You really want middle of the road for these air rifles. So, average velocity 750.8 feet per second. The H95, average velocity 761.8 feet per second. So basically 11 feet per second faster than the K98. The other thing that I did to test them out is that the K98 in the manual, it suggests that you don't keep it loaded for long periods of time, whereas the Hatsan 95 is basically designed for, because of the gas ram, to be loaded for long periods of time. So I loaded both of them with the same pellet and kept them loaded for over 2 hours. Excuse me, and then I shot them over the chrony. So the K98, shooting over the chrony after being loaded for 2 hours, 745 feet per second. So only 5 feet per second slower than its average velocity. The Hatsan 95, after being loaded for 2 hours, shot 738 feet per second. So quite a bit slower than its average, but not crazy slow. So it's still, you know, it still performed. The other thing they say is don't shoot spring air rifles, especially metal spring air rifles, in frigid weather. Well, I tested that out too. Now it's my rifle, I can do whatever I want with it, so, and that's the way I take it, because you know what, I'm not going to tell a squirrel, hey, wait squirrel, I still have to load this air rifle before I shoot you. It just doesn't work like that. I hunt with them, I shoot with them, and I do everything the way I would normally do pretty much anything else with them. So, just because it's, you know, costs a lot more than this one, I'm not going to treat it like any better or any less than I do this one. So, loaded both air rifles with the same pellet for an hour and a half, threw them out in the shed, and I mean freezing cold weather where water freezes in about half an hour. I couldn't remember the actual temperature that day, I'm sorry guys, but anyway, very cold. Let's say, I mean there was snow on the ground. So, hour and a half in the cold shed, brought him in, shut him over the chrony, and the K98 shot, which is the weird part, shot 777 feet per second. So it actually shot faster than its average, which mind-boggled me. But I'll tell you now, I'm not going to do that again, because this is an air rifle and I'm probably not going to hunt with in frigid weather, nor this one. I don't really do much hunting in frigid weather. But anyway, so if you're in a place where you don't have freezing weather, I think you're good. The Hatsan 95 shot at 737 feet per second. So basically, the Hatsan 95 is starting to show more consistency. That if it's loaded for long periods of time, it will shoot about 738, 740 feet per second. So that's decent. So you look at the performance and they're basically on par. The other thing, the Hatsan 95 has always been pellet picky, whereas the K98 does not seem to be very pellet picky. So I used the JSB test tin that's got 4 different pellets, comes with that. So let me go through that with you quickly. JSB Jumbo Heavies 18.13 grains, nice group. Jumbo Monsters 25.4 grain, really sucky 5-shot group. So I wouldn't use those, and plus I think they're a little too heavy for the air rifle. Jumbo RS 13.4 grains, Nice group. They're just a little bit lighter than Jumbo Heavies. Now this pellet I really like a lot. I like the weight, 15.9 grains. It's a Diabolo Stratton Jumbo, and it's a pointed pellet. Very nice. Decided to test other pellets too. The Predator Metal Mag, so this is the one that has the metal in the center. 5-shot group. This is only at 10 yards, guys. So, you know, at 20 yards they might perform differently and, you know, might open up. But I like the pellet weight, 17 grains. Gamo Hunter, 15.43 grain. Pretty sucky, all over the place. RWS Field Line, which is the pointed pellet. Very nice. Not too bad. Crossman Premier, H-Point. It would have been a great group, except that I did pull the last shot. So, you know, and I'm not ashamed to say it. You know, can't be perfect every shot. But anyway, guys, so between the two rifles, in my opinion, they perform very close to each other. If you're a budget-conscious person and definitely don't want to spend too much money, but want something really well made and decent and can handle things the way it's supposed to handle, absolutely the Model 95 is for you. It's a workhorse in my opinion. It does a lot of things very, very well, especially for the budget, for the price. And it comes with a scope. Sure, if you want to put slings afterwards, that is absolutely your decision. But good trigger, good scope, good wood, good barrel, good rifle, good everything. For that price, it's really tough to beat. Now, if you want something more, something that's a nice piece, it's a replica of something. I mean, it really looks like a K98, you know, especially once you put the sling on it. Man, this thing looks awesome. You know, you're not too worried about the money, and you know, you don't mind spending a little bit more money getting a nicer scope. And you don't want this packaged scope deal. You know, this is a really good rifle. It's got decades of manufacturing and, you know, decades of technological advances and, you know, perfectioning basically behind its name. You know, there's definitely a nice rifle too. You know, for the price, you know, definitely. You know, you're not too worried about it. This is definitely a rifle for you. They both do very well. What's really cool about this one is it's got a really, really nice butter smooth trigger. It theoretically should be a little bit more precise than the H95 because of the fixed barrel, and as you can see, it's not as pellet picky, and that might be the reason why it's not as pellet picky. And you know, that's just a cool looking rifle in general. So the choice is yours, folks, and I hope this review could help you, you know, a little bit more in your decisions. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Please comment and ask questions. I will try to get to them as soon as possible. And like I always say, get an air rifle, go out in the woods, put up a target, and shoot them full of holes.